Um, Hello everyone. Today's question is dedicated to. I have like a couple of inquiries about this from the smaller teams and middle team sizes. It's dedicated to uh, the version control systems. The question is basically like, do you really need them? Obviously, the answer is yes. But I think that the more interesting and trickier part of the question is that when do you need them when you develop the project? Now, strictly putting aside stuff like it depends from the project and the team context. Obviously, you need them because of the structure, and the earlier you start to introduce them into your development, the better for you. Now we talked a whole bunch of times, like about related subjects on the stream that we had dedicated to production. That you should plan it, right? Like we discussed that you need to go through the pre-production stage, and then you need to conceptualize, do a bunch of prototypes. Then you need to start moving to the vertical slice to understand of the how actually your project will tick, and you would be able to scale it and then go to linear production. For the moment when you need to start introducing for stuff like Perforce or Plastic, or some retro stuff like SVN, or like other analogies for Git, right? Like is the moment when you start to feel that you start to have multiple developments and multiple hypothesis checks on the different types and the different elements of your project. So again, the sooner the better. It's important for you to actually dwell a little bit and understand which version control system fits you, what scale you're planning, for at least hypothetically, because some of them are better to work with content, some of them better to work with code, and you need to dedicate some time to understand basic concept of branching, and planning stuff like updates and changes and reverts, and controlling your data, because there will be mistakes, and mistakes will start to happen earlier than you really expected, and you want to revert from those mistakes, such as you want to parallel development if you have a couple of engineers working on things than you do. So adopt the convenience of the version control system as soon as possible, especially if you're working with a complex engine. Check on the compatibilities of the system with the engine and try to find a solution which would not be temporal, because changing version control system to another in a moment where the project is already big is quite a bugger. Well, I hope that's useful. If you have any questions about this particular production subject, please post in a comment. I will develop on it in more videos, hopefully. Cheers.